3rd, 2025. As usual, we'll give it a few minutes for others to join. All right, we have some people joining, so we'll give it another couple minutes. Hey, Mike, welcome back, brother. Hope everyone had a good Thanksgiving. And before you know it, Christmas will be here. We don't have a set agenda today, so whatever topic you guys want to discuss, as long as it is gun or Second Amendment related, we'll do that. I did get some really cool products to review last week. And Ted, welcome back, brother. Glad to see you again. I got 2 magnetic pistol cleaning mats. I answered your email, Mike. I don't reload rifle, and I only reload large caliber. 9mm is just so cheap to buy that it's not worth the cost of buying powder and primers and brass. And it's not always about saving money. Um, the main reward of reloading is that you can customize your rounds, and more importantly, you'll always have ammo. Um, I shoot a lot of 10mm and 45 ACP, and there's months go by where I don't see any of that on the shelf, but I have thousands of them. I can give you pointers and advice, Mike, on reloading for pistol. Um, I don't really reload for rifle. I don't shoot that often. So when I do, I just buy a couple boxes and shoot it. But I don't know if you have any equipment. If not, I can discuss the things you will need. Some of them are a one-time purchase, and um, some of them are recurring. Well, and looks like we got the liberals living in their mommy and daddy's basements coming out early today. Go past. And uranium 232, hello to you. Um, my suggestion, Mike, is that it comes down to cost. And, you could spend a lot of money and find out that um, reloading is just not for you. Um, my suggestion, I would go with an RCBS Rock Chucker single stage. Um, hey, Gundogan, welcome. I got your message earlier today. So I guess what it comes down to, Mike, is it comes down to money, and obviously time is money. Um, I still use a RCBS Rock Chucker single stage press, and um, they're fairly cheap. They're in the 200 and something dollar range. Um, you can get a progressive press, but you're talking almost $1,000. So let's talk about everything you need to get going. Um, for the press, honestly, I'm not a big fan of Lee. Um, hey, Randall. Um, Lee makes great products, in my opinion, except for their reloading press. Um, I would go with the RCBS. The RCBS is built like a tank. It's got a lifetime warranty. It's made out of cast iron. You'll also need dies for each caliber. For the dies, I would recommend the Lee. I only use the Lee Precision carbide dies, and make sure that you get carbide because if you use carbide dies, you don't need to lube the cases. Then you're going to need a good set of calipers. I got a set of the Hornady digital calipers. You're going to need a scale. I have a Frankfurt Arsenal digital scale. And you're going to need a powder measure. I used RCBS Uniflow powder measure. And then it comes down to priming. I don't like priming on press. I find it to be a real pain in the ass. So I use the Lee Bench Primer. Now, those are only a one-time deal. And Duke Stardom, hello to you. So you buy those once. So like I always say, buy once, cry once, right? Now you have your consumables. Consumables are going to be powder. And by the way, now when you buy powder, they charge like a $35 hazmat fee. And then you're going to need primers, either large or small pistol or rifle, depending on what you're reloading. And then you're going to need your brass. You may want a brass tumbler. I don't do it. Only thing it does, it makes the brass pretty. I will also suggest when you're buying your dies, I use the Lee Universal decapping die. Even though you get a decapping die with the 3 die set, I prefer the decapping die, the universal one, because you could use it for any caliber. And I also use the Lee factory crimp die. I don't like seating the bullet and crimping at the same time with the Lee dies. So that's everything that you need. You can get an RCBS Rock Chucker, I don't know, for under $250. And let me tell you, I have one that's over 30 years old and it's still going strong. Like I said, it's made out of cast iron. Yeah, a progressive press would be nice. It's faster. But if you're doing it as a hobby like I do, I may spend a weekend or two just knocking out primers and sizing the cases. Good question, Mike. I don't have a tumbler um, because I'm not really big on the brass looking pretty, but I do clean it. What I do is I throw all my brass in a bucket and I put a cap full of Dawn in there and I wash it out and then I lay the brass out on a uh, after I drain all the water out, I lay the brass out on a towel. Uh, some people even put them on a baking tray and bake them in the oven. But I just do that basically to get a lot of the gunk off it and make the primer pockets cleaner. But there is no benefit of having squeaky clean brass other than that it looks pretty. I also got a great product to review the other day. I released the video today. It is a biometric safe, but this gun safe actually reads the veins inside the palm of your hand instead of fingerprints, which you talk about technology. It's unbelievable. Now, I have a biometric safe, and the problem with the biometric safe is that it's very spotty. Um, Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Um, if you have a bandage on your finger, it's not going to work on the biometric safe. Um, this one, you just have it scan your palm, and you keep your palm about 8 inches away from the safe, and like magic, it opens day or night. Um, doesn't matter if your hands are sweaty, chapped, greasy, um, because it reads the veins inside of your hand. So I'm reading your question, Randall. I do not have any experience with suppressors. I have no interest, to be honest with you. I really don't see what the point is. Um, if you're shooting in the indoor range, you're going to be wearing hearing protection anyway. I mean, maybe if you're hunting, but I mean, I just see all these guys posting pictures of their subcompact 9 millimeters with a foot long suppressor, and it just looks stupid. Um, that's just my opinion. And you're going to have to wear hearing protection anyway. Why bother? Um, you're not going to be able to holster your gun. Um, you're not going to carry a defensive pistol with a silencer. So, um, yeah, and there's a lot of nice suppressors out there. They're just, I just don't see the attraction. That's just me. I'm old school. I know a lot of people like them. Um, Until they get off the NFA list, though, I wouldn't even consider it. I mean, all they did with suppressors is eliminated the $200 tax stamp. Mm, maybe on a rifle. Um, I built a 5.56 with a 7.5 inch barrel. Then yes, um, 300 blackout would really be good suppressed. But on a pistol, I just don't see the point. Yes, for 5.56, I agree. It's definitely worth it. Not for a pistol. Fantasy celebrity, how much effort do I put into cleaning my? I don't put any effort into cleaning my brass. It does nothing for it other than make it look pretty. And like I said earlier, if the brass is really all gummed up, I'll throw it in a bucket with a little bit of water and a cap full of Dawn, rinse it out, lay the casings on a uh, baking sheet and bake them in the oven. But that's about it. It doesn't do anything for your gun. And I know some people love to have really pretty brass. Um, I thought about getting a brass tumbler. No, I have never shot a 10 gauge shotgun. Um, I own a couple 12 gauges. I own a bunch of rifles, but like I mentioned many times, I'm really not a huge long gun fan. I have a few, but I'm old school. I'm a handgun guy. But I will be getting a lever action 357 Magnum rifle soon. And we have some new people here today. 10 millimeter every day, all day. I love the 45, but I like 10 millimeter better. I like them both. I own them both, but and Dr. Mindu, hello. You know what? I was going to let this go a little longer, Fantasy, because I don't know if you're breaking my balls or not, but this is starting to get stupid now. Yeah, lever actions are a lot of fun. I always wanted one. Um, I'm old. When I was a kid, I used to watch The Rifleman with Chuck Connor, and he was badass with one hand spinning that thing around. So, um, and I love my 45s too. Don't get me wrong. Um, hence the name Pro Gun 45. I own a lot of them. Yeah, yeah. Wasn't he badass? Chuck Connor was badass. Um, and because I have a boatload of 357 Magnum ammo that I loaded, I'm gonna get it in 357 Magnum. Right now, I'm leaning towards the Marlin now that Ruger owns them, and that may change, but yep, Rifleman is one of the greatest shows ever. See, we have a bunch of new people here today, so I'd like to welcome you guys. If this is your first time, we do these live streams twice a week. We do them Wednesday evening at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern and Saturday at 12 noon Eastern. Which, by the way, some of you guys join our Saturday streams. Our live stream Saturday will be late in the afternoon. There just happens to be a staccato day at one of the local gun ranges here. And they supply the staccato and the ammo. So I want to go see what a $2,500 gun feels like. And if this is the first time, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe to our channel. We are a small channel, but we are growing. And no, I am not a police officer. I'm actually an IT geek. And again, for those that are new, please subscribe to our channel. I have almost 800 videos that you guys can watch. Watch our videos, like them, comment, share them. We generate revenue based on the number of watch hours of videos. So the more people watch our videos, the more revenue we generate, and that allows us to purchase more firearms and accessories. All right, Randall, good to have you again, brother. Um, Always good to see you here. Good luck with the suppressor, and we'll talk to you again. God bless. And Dale, hello to you, sir. And Rocky, welcome. It is almost 8:15. We will do this until 9 o'clock. I don't have a set agenda today, like I said earlier. We do this stream for you guys so we can share and exchange information about firearms and products. So, any topic you guys want to discuss, as long as it's firearm related or Second Amendment related, just type it in and we'll get to it. And Jacqueline, hello to you. And you're welcome, Rocky. Uh, that's a good question about how many 45s I own. I A lot. I don't know. I would say maybe like a dozen, because I have 1911s as well as my Glocks and my Rugers and uh, Sig Sauers. So yeah, I would. It's at least a dozen. There's nothing like a 1911 though. I mean, 1911 out of the box is the best trigger in the world. And even a bad 1911 will always have a better trigger than a striker fired gun. One thing I'm happy about, after a year, a freaking year, Magpul finally released the full-size grip module for the Ruger RXM. I just can't believe it's been a year. I actually I have a Sig P320 in 45 ACP, and I agree with you. Hey, it's lazy. Wilsons are nice; they're just very expensive. Um, so anyway, I digressed. So anyway, after a year, Magpul finally released the full-size grip module for the Ruger RXM. I should have it tomorrow. There's nothing like a 1911. And unless you own one and shoot one, you can't appreciate how great they are. And yeah, don't be jumping on that Sig 320 bandwagon. That's just stupid. I have three 6 hours. I carry them appendix. I've had them for years, and they never shot anybody. I've never had a negligent discharge. I'm just so tired of that stupid argument. Anyway, so Magpul's also supposed to be coming out with a subcompact grip module for the Ruger RXM. I got the full size because it would almost make it like a Glock 19X. You'd have the full size frame with the compact slide, and they're only $39. So, you know, being that you guys started this whole bullshit with the Sig P320, as far as I'm concerned, it's it's negligent discharge. It is owner error. And I'm sorry. most of those people that have those errors are law enforcement who are the worst people when it comes to handling guns. I've had my SIGs for years, never had an accidental discharge. They never shot anybody. And if you watch those videos, most of the times it's people holstering and unholstering the gun. I'm just buying. I'm not buying that the gun just goes off. I mean, unless you're Alec Baldwin, guns don't just go off. I'm just not buying that argument. Now I've dropped my SIG and it never went off. So, and again, we got more liberals that are coming out of mommy and daddy's basements, but thanks to our moderators, we get rid of them. No, and don't mind, dude. I got to tell you, I love my SIGs, and I'll never get rid of them. I have the SIG P320. I have the X10 Comp 10 millimeter, and that is sweet. It's one of my favorite guns. Hey, it's Lazy. You have a Springfield 1911. It's an awesome gun. Matter of fact, watch my review if you haven't seen it. One of my actually my favorite 1911 now. I just recently bought the Springfield Emissary 1911, and that thing is cool. And yes, James, yes, I do conceal carry a 1911. Goobis, unless you missed it, yes, they just released the full size frame, and I just bought it. It's coming tomorrow. The full size frame will take Glock 17 mags. They're still on backlog with the subcompact grip module, but I only wanted the full size. Well, you know what? Don't man, dude. I have 2 gun safes full of guns, and none of them have ever shot anybody. So they must be defective. And I'm sorry, I digressed. I will get to your comments. Yes, James. Yes, I do conceal carry a 1911, and I do so using an urban carry holster. And with the right gun belt and the right holster, anything can be concealed. But hey, it's Lazy. Take a look at my review I did of the Springfield Emissary. That is just badass. I used to think that my Colt Government Competition Plus was my favorite, but that Springfield Emissary is now my favorite. But I also have a Springfield Ronin 1911 and 10 millimeter. And Joseph, welcome back. And yes, God bless America and the Second Amendment. We were very lucky here in Tennessee last night. Republicans defeated the AOC of Tennessee last night. So we got to keep that Senate seat, thank God. Oh, James, if you have a Japanese World War II pistol, oh, hell no, don't sell it. That thing's got to be worth a fortune. Yeah, I don't really shoot my long guns for distance. Most of them I would only use for home defense. And I'll screw around at the range once in a while, but I'm really just a handgun guy. I got a lot of handguns. Rifles, I just don't own many. nothing against them. I just, when I started shooting, my dad taught me to shoot pistols, so um, they'll always be my favorite. And again, we have new people joining. If you haven't done so, please subscribe to the channel. I'd appreciate that. All the firearms and accessories that we purchase to review for you guys come from donations and um, watch hours. So uh, the more videos that are watched, the more we generate. We have over 800 videos out there. I appreciate that, James. It's good to hear some positive feedback every now and then. Thanks for joining us, brother, and God bless. And good evening, Bubba. To answer your question, Tennessee does have open carry. And as of 2 years ago, you no longer need a carry permit to open or conceal carry. And I do open carry a lot, and I'm tired of hearing that stupid argument because open carrying does not make you a target, regardless of what people say. There is no data that suggests people got killed because they were open carrying a gun. And criminals are cowards. They're not going to confront you with a firearm. Matter of fact, I bet you there were times that if I wasn't open carrying a gun, I may have been a victim. But they saw I was carrying a gun and they moved on. And besides, I'm a fat guy. I open carry not to be a badass. I don't like to fight with my shirt and my belly to get my gun out. If I need it, I want to just take it out and shoot. And yes, there are times that I conceal carry. Um, and like, hey, it's lazy. I agree. It depends on what I'm going to be doing. I mean, you got to use common sense, right? If I'm going out for dinner with my wife and I know I may have a few drinks, um, number one, I leave it in the car. But even if I go to a bar and I'm not drinking, I conceal carry. When I'm at work, I carry every day at work. I conceal carry. If I'm going into a bad neighborhood um, or a neighborhood I'm not familiar with, I'll conceal carry. But when I'm in my area here and I'm in an area I'm comfortable in, I open carry. And fortunately, in the great state of Tennessee, um, you can open carry pretty much anywhere. Nobody looks at you. You walk right past police officers, they don't even look goofy at you. Nobody gives a shit. And I don't care how you carry, open or concealed, just carry. If you're legally allowed to carry a firearm, you should be carrying. But the debate on open versus concealed carry will never end. Um, it's almost as bad as the caliber debate. And you know what I'm talking about, don't demand do. I just don't want to fight to get my gun out. Right. I forgot, brother. Yeah, you're from the communist state of New Germany. I feel for you, man. I remember when we were living there. My wife applied for a pistol purchase permit, and it took 6 months. And I called and broke their balls every day. And you know what they tell me? It's not on our list of priorities right now. They want you to just give up and forget and just forget about it. I'm hoping that the courts in New Jersey are supposed to be able to um, determine now what are sensitive places because Um, it's kind of stupid when you live in New Germany and they give you a carry permit, but like you can't carry here, you can't carry there. I have a lot of friends in New Jersey. Nobody got their carry permit because, um, you cross the street and now you're a criminal. And good for you, Mandu. Good for you. You should teach your kids how to shoot. My daddy taught me to shoot. I think I was 10 years old. Um, Hence the Pro Gun 45. The first guns my father taught me to shoot was a 45 Long Colt and a Smith & Wesson 357 Magnum. So that's why 9mm is not one of my favorite cartridges because it kind of is like going backwards. Yeah, we have, I think it was 2 years ago in Tennessee, they allowed open or concealed carry without a permit. Matter of fact, um, anyone that is of legal age that is a law abiding citizen, meaning not a felon, can open or concealed carry in Tennessee. So if you came down to visit, you can carry your firearm here. And good for you, it's lazy. Good for you. You should be teaching them. It's funny. Tennessee is the first state in the country that made it mandatory that they teach firearm safety in school. They started that this year, and they are the only state that requires that. And I think it's K through 12 um, have a mandatory requirement of firearm safety, and that's just fantastic. Yeah, things change, unfortunately. Um, even down south, um, I don't see, people driving around with, uh, shotguns in their uh, windshield in their trucks anymore. Just not the same. I know I talked to some of the older people down here, and when they were kids, they used to actually bring their guns to school on the bus because they shot on the rifle team. Yeah, I agree. They uh, they did stop raising men. Everybody now are all a bunch of wusses. This all started with this everybody gets a trophy thing. Unfortunately. Yep, Texas is another great state. Yes, gun safety should be taught in every school. Yeah, those were the good old days there, Duke Storm. You don't see anybody driving around with guns in their pickup trucks anymore. I'm betting it's probably now because people will steal them. But yeah, these kids now, I mean, they're all just a bunch of wusses. It all started with that participation trophies. Um, and I just get a kick out of them saying that, they're going to start a revolution. They can't even start a lawnmower. Yeah, it will get stolen. And, I don't do it. I don't have any stickers on my car. Um, I see people driving around with Second Amendment stickers and Glock stickers and Ruger and Sig stickers. I mean, to me, um, that just has got "bust my windshield" written all over it. I mean, I just wouldn't advertise that I have a firearm in my car. I just this day and age, I just don't think it's a good idea. Uh, you like to? I have a lot of good ones. That's because I'm from Jersey. I have no filter. And on the Mandu, thanks for joining us, brother. I really appreciate it. You have a great night. Be safe. And you too. Hey, it's a lazy. Stay armed, stay safe, be well. I got a gun cleaning mat sent to me to review last week. Actually, two of them, and I like the fact that they're magnetic. I can't tell you how many times I've lost springs or roll pins or uh, screws that just roll off my workbench. Um, so I'm really happy with that, and they have these little compartments in them where you can put your barrel and your slide and it gives you a nice work area. It's a really ingenious idea. Wow, that's kind of random to find those dies. Keep in mind if you are new to reloading, if they're not carbide dies, you will need to lube the cases. Yeah, boy, I am a true American. I believe in God and guns. And thanks for sending that owl. I appreciate that. And this is how we survive and purchase firearms to review for you guys. Um, People purchase stickers, they make donations. Um, every little bit helps. Yeah, you know what? Sleep is overrated. Yeah, any team playing the Cowboys. Yeah, yeah, that's true. However, um, I don't care if they don't win any more games this year. Um, I'm just happy the fact that they beat the Eagles and the Chiefs. So, Mike, what was I saying about the universal decapping die? Okay, I bought the Lee universal decapping die because um, for some reason the decapping die that comes in the 3 or 4 die set, um, sometimes the decapping pin keeps popping up. Um, and I just find it a lot more reliable and faster um, to use the universal decapping die. And the nice thing about it is that you can use that for any caliber. So, well, the big test for the Cowboys is that they're playing the Detroit Lions tomorrow. Um, yeah, who knows? I mean, if they beat the Lions, they get some confidence going. They reel off 3 or 4 games, and they may make the playoffs. I don't count on it because I've been a Cowboy fan for too long. Yeah, you know what, Duke, my RCBS rock chucker is at least 35 years old, and it was given to me by a friend of mine in Texas whose dad passed away 12 years ago, and it was all rusted and shit. And he packed it up and sent it to me, and because the RCBS rock chucker is made out of cast iron, all I had to do was put some oil and use steel wool, um, and it looks like brand new. I got to tell you, oiled it up and it works perfectly. Um, and that thing will outlast me. And it's got a lifetime warranty. Any reloading questions, Duke? Feel free to ask. I've been reloading for about 30 years now, so I kind of know a thing or two about that. But like I said, when it comes to the machinery or the presses, you just can't go wrong with RCBS. Matter of fact, RCBS was just purchased by Hogue. I'm sorry, by Hogden, the gunpowder company. But the RCBS presses, they will last forever. Lifetime warranty, made out of cast iron. I also like their powder measure. I have the Uniflow. Um, that's also made out of cast iron. And I see we still have more liberals that are waking up and coming out of their mommy and daddy's basements. Yeah, there you go. That I highly recommend that, Mike. I got to tell you, um, that RCBS single stage can't beat it. $233. Trust me, that thing will live longer than you will. Hey Ted, I know you're still here. Answer me. Would you be interested in a um, pistol cleaning mat, a magnetized pistol cleaning mat? I got two of them to review, and I reviewed them both, but I don't need two of them. So if that's something you could use, I will send it out to you. I will put in my email address. And that is for all the work you do, Ted, and I greatly appreciate that. All right, Ted, I have my email address in here. Send me your shipping info, and I will get that out to you this weekend. I go to the post office on Saturdays. Um, and yeah, you know something, Mike? I actually do. Um, I get a lot of products uh, that are sent to me to review, and I can only use so many of them. So yes, I do give things away from time to time. Like I just did the gun cleaning mat now, um, and I'm sure I'll have other stuff soon. I don't do a drawing. YouTube is very um, strict on giveaways, so you can't ask people to subscribe. It's just too many rules. So I just give them away. There's no rule against that. And obviously, I gave a magnetic gun holster to John a week or two ago. Matter of fact, I got another magnetic gun holster, only this one actually covers the trigger guard. Yes, my YouTube has got way too many rules, and you have to really be careful. They put me in timeout a month or two ago. I still have a strike on my channel until January 23rd, so I have to be really careful about what I do. They removed videos of mine that they approved from like a year and a half ago, and now they're telling me that I violated community guidelines. So I put my email address in there. So Ted, email me your shipping address, and I'll get you that gun cleaning mat. And Mike, if you want the magnetic gun holster, email me your address, and I'll get you that. And you're welcome. And thank you guys. I couldn't do this without our moderators. You guys work really hard because as the channel is growing, we get more and more of these liberals that are coming out of mommy and daddy's basements. I guess they usually don't wake up until 12 o'clock on Saturday. And I guess they take their naps and wake up Wednesday evenings. But I am flattered that at all the things these little baby liberals do that live in their parents' basements, that they choose to spend their time here on Pro Gun 45. So I thank them for that. All right, guys, we got 15 minutes to go. So I see that Glock is full steam ahead now, pumping out that V series. Like I said, I will just ignore them. I have no desire or interest, and I will never buy another Glock again because they caved. And that's just a sad thing. Yep, Ted has been very busy tonight. And I thank God for our moderators because couldn't do it without you guys. When we only had 1,000 subscribers, nobody would ever join the live streams. Now that we're growing, we get more and more idiots that think they're going to upset the apple cart. But fortunately, our moderators are very quick and they don't tolerate that, which helps this to become a very successful live stream. I really enjoyed this camaraderie and communication between my viewers and subscribers. A lot of the bigger channels don't do that, and they forgot how they got there. Um, and we appreciate all you guys. I mean, the channel grew this fast because of you guys. I mean, uh, it's pretty incredible that in January we only had 1,000 subscribers, and we're getting close to 8,000 now. My goal was 10,000 for the new year. Doesn't look like that's going to happen, but it's just a goal. Um, but we should have 8,000 by the new year. I guess my goal now for next year maybe is 15,000. So we'll see how it goes. Everybody that owns guns has friends that are also gun enthusiasts. So, um, share our channel with all of your friends, and sharing with your enemies too. And Harry, you're going away. Think you dead? It's funny though. It just amazes me how um, people who decide to act like a bunch of horses' asses pick a gun channel. At all the other channels, I guess I should be flattered that they picked mine. That means that people are finding us, and that's a good thing. And Harry Butthead, I guess you can go back into your mommy's basement now too. I didn't realize how many people lived in their parents' basements until I started doing these live streams. I got a bunch of new laser targets to review. They're a lot of fun. Um, I like the fact that you don't need an app. You just use your laser cartridge, and yeah, you could see them at those paid protests. And that's the funny thing is that like all these dumbass liberals that are urging people to boycott work and boycott buying this and that. Well, yeah, when you don't have a job, it's easy to do that. And Jeffrey, how are you today, brother? Um, we're almost at the end of the stream. It's 8:51. We will end this at 9 o'clock, but we're glad you're here. But yeah, it's amazing that those little babies they don't have jobs, so it's easy to tell people to boycott work. But I mean, you would think eventually you'd want to get out of your parents' basements, right? But these people apparently are going to live there forever. And for those that are new that just joined, we do these live streams twice a week. We do them Wednesday evenings at 8 o'clock Eastern and Saturday at 12 noon Eastern. Um, this Saturday, the stream will be late in the afternoon because the local gun store is having a staccato day, and they're supplying the staccato and free ammo. Um, and they're also having a Smith and Wesson event, and they're giving away a Smith and Wesson gun. So we'll definitely be going to that. Uh, that's a good question, Duke. Um, I don't know what time I'm going to get back from there. I'm probably saying like 6 o'clock. It'll definitely be late in the afternoon. And I figured I'd rather do it late than to not do it at all. I know some people look forward to it. Um, and I will post a message uh, on the channel indicating that. Well, that's good, Duke. I'm glad it works for you. Love having you. Um, yeah, it'll probably be 6 o'clock, maybe a little bit later. Certainly not going to be before that. I really want to see what a $2,500 staccato shoots like, and um, go to the Smith and Wesson event and see if I can win a firearm, or maybe they're giving away some cool swag, whatever. That's one great thing about living in Tennessee. They have these things like all the time. Hey, good evening, Luca. Glad you could join us. A little late though, brother. We're ending this in 6 minutes. I will give you a full review of that, Duke, when I get back from there. Um, Luca just joined, so for your benefit, Luca, we're doing the live stream later Saturday because in the great state of Tennessee, we have gun stuff happening all the time. So, uh, Crossroads Firearms in Knoxville is having a staccato day. They are supplying the staccato and ammo for free. All you do is show up. So, I want to see what a $2,500 staccato feels like. And then we go to the Crossroad Firearms store, and they're having a Smith and Wesson event. Smith and Wesson will be giving away some swag and giving away a firearm, and um, we're definitely going to that. But that's the great thing about Tennessee is uh, they have these things like every week here. And glad to hear that, Jeffrey. Please subscribe to the channel. I'd greatly appreciate that. I have almost 800 videos out there. I just released uh, a new one today on that biometric safe that you talk about technology. It's incredible. Instead of using fingerprints, I have biometric safes that are very finicky using fingerprints. This one I just reviewed actually um, scans the vein inside your palm, and all you do is go like this, and it opens. Doesn't matter if your hands are chapped or greasy or dirty, sweaty, it just works. It's awesome. I get what I can, Mike. And if I do get extra stuff, I will give it away. Um, like I said, I try to share the wealth. I have places contacting me all the time to review stuff. Um, and, I get duplicates and triplicates. So now I give them away on the live streams. Uh, However, our moderators do get first choice. Last week, John got a gun magnet. Um, this week, we have Ted and Mike that'll win the um, magnetic pistol cleaning mat and the uh, magnetic gun holster. So, again, appreciate you guys. And Ted, Knoxville is only about 30 minutes from here. It's a great place. And Duke Regents, thanks for joining us. It's a little late. We are ending this stream at 9 o'clock. So for those who just joined, we do these live streams every Wednesday evening at 8 o'clock Eastern, and we do them Saturday at 12 noon Eastern. Um, we share and exchange information. I don't really have a set agenda. Once in a while, when I do have gun news, I will mention that. But for the most part, um, this is a forum for us to exchange and share information that everyone looks forward to. So I appreciate that. And it is 8:58. It is the 2-minute warning now. So people have anything they want to say your comments now. Get them out there before it ends. And Mark, hello to you too. And Jacob, glad you love it. We love it too. And another Goober, go back to your mommy and daddy's basement. All right, guys, 1 minute left. I will post on here what time we will do it Saturday. It'll probably be around 6 o'clock because I will be going to that event. But anyway, thank you all for joining. Ted, thank you so much for all the help tonight. Mike, thank you. Again, thank you all for your support. If you haven't done so, please hit that subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. And we'll catch you at the next live stream. Thank you.